Hello, how are you? Welcome to Fire, Water, Air, and Earth. It is Monday, August 2nd, 2021, and it is the most beautiful of days here in Connecticut. The sun is out, the wind is beautiful. Um, it's just a really lovely day here in Connecticut. So, wherever you're watching this from, I hope you are also enjoying your day. One of the keys to that is self love. If you can love yourself, then you will almost always enjoy your day. So I'm going to read a little bit here from a book here that I have in my hand. It's called The Wanderer's Havamal, and it's a translation of an old Nordic text. And it's translated by Jackson Crawford. He's a professor out of, I believe it's the University of Colorado. Um, and basically the text is it's supposed to be a writing from Odin to his followers it's kind of like a map way to a good life. So it's a long poem that runs about 164 stanzas, and I'm going to read stanza number 8 because this is August, and August is the 8th month of the year, so why the hell not? And we're also in the sign of Leo, which the major arcana tarot that's associated with that is Strength, which is arcana number 8. So we've got a bit of numerological correlations going on here. So hopefully this should be very powerful for whoever is listening. Stanza number 8 of The Wanderer's Havamal says, "A man or woman is happy if he finds praise and friendship within himself. You can never be sure of where you stand in someone else's heart." So if you love yourself, then you can find some happiness. That's what I took away from it, but you may take something else from it. But anyways, I believe it's very wise words, applicable to today's day and age, where all the images that we see on a screen subconsciously tell us that we're not good enough in one way or the other, whether we don't make enough money, or our bellies aren't flat enough, our boobs aren't big enough, our butt is too flat, or our hair is too bald. All the things that might make one feel bad about themselves, it doesn't really matter. Just find some love for yourself in your own heart. Thank you, Odin, for the wise words, and thank you, Professor Jackson Crawford, for translating that for us. All right, I've been shuffling here. Why don't we get right in? We've got Fire, Water, Air, and Earth coming. We'll do that last one. And Fire, Water, Air, Earth. Okay. So for you fire signs, that would be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You've got the Prince of Wands. Now, as you can see there, that's very fiery. So oftentimes these cards, the Court Royal cards, indicate people that are in our lives, or in the energies you'll be receiving from them, or the situations around them, or it's the way in which the energy that you should bring into a situation. This is very clearly associated with Leo, which is a fire sign. And if you take a look there, it looks like kind of like Apollo riding the chariot across the sky. So this is a time for you fire signs to be out there and doing things, being active. whether it's activity in the public realm or activity in the private realm. Maybe it's putting energy into a new study that you've just taken up, or it's kind of evangelizing what you've been working on. Hey, I've been working on this and learning about this for a long time. Like, take a look. Like, it's a time for gaining recognition and also giving recognition. If you think of the energy of the sun and um, the light that that the sun exudes onto the world, this is kind of the energies that you're calling for. That's being called to you. Um, Hello, Heidi. Good evening to you too. Thanks for checking in. I hope you're doing well. Um, and hopefully one of these cards means something for you. Thanks for joining. So for you fire signs, um, go out there, be out there, experimenting, communicating, talking about the things that are interesting to you, and putting the light of your spirit onto the world and influencing it in a positive way. All right. So for you, water signs, that would be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You've got the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. I mean, sometimes the names on the bottom of the cards, I don't necessarily pay attention to those often, because these cards are a little bit more nuanced than that. Oppression could be a part of this card, but it's also a card of completion. Tens are always cards of completion. Um, and if you notice here, it's kind of two wands there are right up there on the front. So there's a sense of pairing. There's a sense of combining energies to accomplish a difficult task. So for you water signs, this might be a kind of a choice point, particularly in a relationship. Combining your energies with someone to achieve something of good quality, whether that's job or relationship or something along those lines. But it is a card of energy. If you notice the color, there's lots of fire, and it's Saturn in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is very fluid, fiery energy, and Saturn is um, kind of a restrictive energy. So it's kind of a focused, energetic, and really powerful partnership. For you air signs, that would be Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. You've got the Seven of Discs. Seven of Discs. Let's take a look at them upright. There's a lot of owl symbolism here, if you notice. I don't know if you can see the two eyes there and the nose there. There's a little bit of owl symbolism. There's a little bit of spider symbolism, and this is all around the realm of finances and physical health. So for you, air signs, you had it reversed. You had it reversed. So this is asking for you to be careful. There's financial decisions and physical body decisions that need to be made on and around this week. And it's going to require you to be wise, rely upon your previous experiences in life. It's going to call on you to be a little devious. Devious, not in a negative sense, but just shrewd. Shrewd is a better word. It's calling for shrewdness. It's calling for wiseness. It's calling for caution. It's calling for um, testing things out before you jump full bore into it, particularly around the realms of money and your physical health. So if you've got a decision to be made soon, or some choice to be made. Be very wise, be very shrewd, be very cautious, and rely upon your previous experiences. We've got, again, Saturn in Taurus. So this is kind of like doubling down on your experience and your gut feelings. And for you, earth signs, that would be Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. We've got the star. And the star is a card of freedom and new adventures and new horizons and thinking completely differently and allowing different ways and practices to come into your life, or at least be aware of those energies and potentially blending them into your life in some way. Um, are you feeling restricted? Are you not saying what you want to say in certain situations? Where do you feel like you could use um, some freedom in your life? Where do you feel restricted? Is it in your job? Is it in your relationships? Is it in your own mind? Is it the way you think about yourself? Like, this is a card of beauty. It's a very feminine card and very nurturing card. So um, be sure that in the process of bringing your dreams into reality, you are nurturing yourself and being kind to yourself, and sometimes letting go of the outcome and letting things flow. Um, and this is kind of in the intellectual realm. Sometimes and communication realm. Sometimes you just need to speak your mind and say what you got to say, and then let it go, and then see how the situation comes back to you. For your own health and for your nurturing, be sure that you're honoring your thoughts and your reality, and making sure that if there's areas in your reality that aren't aligning with what you really want, then be sure to make a comment on that. Your voice is powerful, and what needs to be said needs to be said. So that's it for this evening. Thanks a lot for joining me, and thank you, Heidi, for dropping a note. If you ever have any questions, you can put it here in the chat during Monday nights, or send me an email or a comment on one of the videos I have here, and hopefully we can connect and this can be helpful to you. And again, check out beneath the video here. I've got a bunch of links to my social media and a bunch of other things. I've got an online store. If you want to buy a really cool shirt. Oh, might as well show you right now. This is the shirt that I made, designed for Pisces, and it's mystical. It's got two fish there, and those images are from a very old illuminated text from mid 13th century Germany. It's really cool. Check them out. Thanks a lot. Hit like, tell your friends, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you again next week. Take care.